Aujourd'hui, on commence child's pose. We're starting in child's pose today. So instead of starting on our backs, we're going to start a little different than usual. So child's pose. Big toes are touching, knees are nice and wide. Slowly start to sit your hips back towards your heels. Parfait. On descend les épaules de nos oreilles avec chaque expiration. Try to allow the shoulders to disappear from the ears with each one of your exhales. On essaie de garder cette posture le plus passif possible. Fait qu'on descend les coudes, drop your elbows down. And allow the crease where your forehead and your hairline meet to rest onto the mat. Peut-être on donne un petit massage sur le front. Maybe you roll the forehead from left to right, giving the front of the scalp a little massage, a little bit of love. And start to notice the way that your breath is traveling here. As we start to sink into this pose a little bit more, noticing the sensation in the hips, noticing the way that the belly relaxes between the thighs. On prend note de la descente de nos poitrines, nos ventres. Et on commence ici en connexion avec nos respirations puis nos corps. Connecting with your breath and your body here. Maybe this is the first time you're taking conscious breaths all day. And allow yourself to find 4 more full belly breaths here. Notice the expansion of your rib cage as you breathe in. The lungs inflate, filling up more with that oxygen. And as you exhale, the rib cage, the lungs, the shoulders all start to relax. Another 3 more breaths. And today we're going to be focusing on length and depth. This will include the breath, this will include the body, this will include the thought pattern, the energy. Last exhale. As we inhale, picking up the gaze, finding length at the back of the neck, looking forward, really nice and slowly begin to transition your weight. Remember, we were into our hips quite a bit, so take your time. Les mains juste en dessous nos épaules, très, très lentement, les genoux ensemble. Walk your knees together. Hi, Nada. Nice to see you. Uncurl your toes, relax the kneecaps, take a deep breath in, drop down the belly, open up the heart, pick up the chin, look up. Sur une expiration, l'ombril vers la colonne vertébrale. Suck your belly button up towards your spine, press your pelvis forward, drop your head down. We're going to do that another 2 more times. Inhale, cow pose. As you exhale, belly to the spine, press the floor away from you. Head is heavy between the arms. Last one, really doing so with intention as you drop the belly down slowly, feeling the expansion of the skin, of the organs. Exhale and round. Coming to a neutral spine, flat back. Right arm is going to come forward, curling into the right toes, and extend your left leg behind you. Fait que bras droit, jambe gauche. Exactement. On inspire. Inhale, come up. Exhale, connect elbow to the outside of your left knee. 3 more. Breathe in. Exhale, connect. Last 2. Inhale, length. Exhale, connect. Inhale, reach out. We're gonna hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse. 4, 3, good. 2, 1. Exhale, come back down. On prend un petit moment pour nous replacer. You can even drop down the top of your left hand, find extension in your wrist for a moment. And then we're going to extend the left arm and the right legs. Fait qu'on peut venir sur les orteils gauche aussi pour un petit peu plus de balance. On inspire, breathe in, lift. Curving into the spine, exhale, elbow to knee. Un autre 3 fois. So a lot of length and depth to our breath. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one, extension. On expire, puis connexion. Inhale, lengthen the body. Hold here for 3, good. 2, 1, puis on pulse. 4, 3, 2 et 1. Expiration, on descend. On prend un petit moment. Colonne vertébrale est neutre. Neutral spine. Breathe in. You can even turn your right hand down. Breathe out. Find extension in the wrist. Come back onto both hands. Curl into the toes. Lift the knees 2 inches off the floor. Floating tabletop. We're going to hold for 3. Beaucoup de longueur dans le cou. 2. On pousse les 10 doigts dans le tapis. 1. Génial. On inspire ici. Take a deep breath in. Press the floor away from you. Hips up high. Downward dog. Exhale. Je vous invite de pédaler les pieds ici. Walking out your dog. On n'oublie pas de pousser les 10 doigts dans le tapis. Remember, this is where we start to come into the wrists significantly. So really give yourself that chance to press into your fingers, especially your index and your thumbs. Les 2 pieds ensemble. On inspire, on lève le jambe droit en ligne avec nos hanches. So you only want to lift up your hip right before it starts to open up. So shut the right hip down, keep a flexion in the right foot, and breathe here. You can slowly lower your left heel down to the floor. We're finding alignment in the hips and length in the back of our left leg. So my leg is not super high up. I'm not turning out into the hip. It's actually relatively low. Flexion dans le pied droit. Last breath in. Drop the right foot down. Exhale. Breathe in. Lift up both heels high to the sky. Exhale. Bring them back down. Les 2 pieds ensemble, l'autre côté. Jambe gauche. Left leg up. Flexion, flexion dans le pied gauche. Puis on descend le hanche. So drop the hip, press into the hands to lift the hips up high to the sky, but we're keeping everything in line, nice and shut. Last breath in. Exhale, drop the left foot down. On inspire, come high to the toes. Bend the knees, un pied à la fois, step, step. Left foot, then right to your hands. Halfway lift, un demi-remonté. Et on plonge, expiration. Bring your weight into your toes. Hold here, deep breath in. On ouvre la bouche, expiration. On déroule très lentement ici. Un pli dans les genoux, ça nous aide. So keep the knees lightly bent as you slowly roll up to rise. We've warmed up the hips and the legs, the back of the legs as well. Roll your shoulders once you reach the top. Maybe a good once or twice, just for good measure, especially if you're spending a lot of time on your computer working from home. Step to the top of your mat, slow progression, deep breath in, circular sweep up the arms to rise. Les mains en prière, on expire, puis on plonge, fold forward. Un demi-remonté, halfway lift, breathe in. Et on plonge simplement, slowly fold, exhale. Breathe in to rise, root to sky, breathe in. Les mains devant le cœur, expiration. Good, so we're gonna build a little bit more. Breathe in, arms up. On garde les mains en prière et on plonge. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Position de table, tabletop pose. Come down to your hands and your knees. Drop your belly, open up your heart, pick up your chin. This is our back bend. Curl your toes, exhale, hips up high, downward dog. On prend une inspiration par le nez et on expire par la bouche. Come high to your toes, bend your knees, step, step to your hands, left and right, halfway lift. Et on plonge, expiration. Inhale, arms up. Les mains devant le cœur, expiration. Sun salutation A, inhale, arms up. Expiration, on plonge. Inhale, we're going to lift up the chest and then send your left foot all the way back. Pied gauche en arrière, puis on descend sur le genou gauche. Inhale, reach your arms up. Drop the shoulders out the ears. Exhale, maybe you find a slight back bend. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back into plank. On dépose les deux genoux, chaturanga modified. Exhale, elbows to the side. On descend complètement. Baby cobra, breathe in, lift up the heart, float the hands, squeeze the elbows. Expiration, on descend les mains. Chien à tête inversée, downward dog. Exhale, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Les deux pieds ensemble, on inspire, pied gauche, left foot high to the sky. Look forward, step the left foot through your hands, drop onto the right knee. Même chose l'autre côté, on inspire, lift up your arms. Exhale, send them back, slight back bend. Breathe in, come back to neutral. Exhale, plant the hands down, lift and step back plank. Encore, on descend les deux genoux, chaturanga modified. Exhale, come down. Breathe in, baby cobra, lift. Exhale, hands down, curl into the toes and the hips up high. On inspire. On la bouche, expiration. Come high to the toes, bend the knees, step, step, or walk up to your hands. Halfway lift, un demi-remonté. Et on plonge, expiration. On marche les pieds ensemble. Big toes touch, small space behind the heels. Bend into the knees, chair pose, up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Breathe in, lift up the heart, find pride into the chest. Exhale, maybe we sink a little bit deeper. Arms up, biceps by the ears. Breathe in. Seulement les bras, shoot your arms back. Exhale. Un autre deux fois, on inspire, up. Last one. Inhale, bring your hands back to heart center, pride into the chest. Exhale and fold. On ouvre les pieds à distance de nos hanches, on inspire, un demi-remonté, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, with or without the knees, chaturanga, exhale. Baby cobra or upward dog, breathe in. And send your hips up high, down dog, breathe in. On ouvre la bouche, expiration. Les deux pieds ensemble, côté droit. Inhale, right leg up. Knee to your nose, exhale. Un autre deux fois. Last one. On garde ici, on inspire, on pousse dans les mains. Lift up your hips. Exhale, step your right foot through, high lunge. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, drop the shoulders down, send the left hip forward, sink into your front knee and keep your back thigh active. Yes. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Engage the front leg. Breathe in. Straighten it without locking the knee. Exhale as you sink back down. Drop the elbows in line with the shoulders. Open up the heart. Two more. On inspire. On descend, expiration. Beautiful, two more, up. Don't rush it, keep your balance. Beautiful, ladies, last one, up. Exhale. On garde nos jambes telles quelles, on inspire, les points des doigts vers le ciel. Expiration, position de planche, chaturanga, possible three-legged if you'd like. Breathe in, upward dog or baby cobra. Let it out, downward dog, exhale. On inspire par le nez. On expire par la bouche. Come high to the toes, bend the knees, step, step, walk or gently float to your hand. Halfway lift. On plonge. On inspire, circle your arms up to rise. Hands to heart center, exhale. On ferme les yeux, press your thumbs into your sternum. Live in the imbalance of your right and left side. Take 2. Good. When you're ready, drop your arms by your sides. Chair pose, big toes to touch, sliver of space behind the heels. Sweep back and up. Breathe in. Exhale, sink into your chair. On va faire ça encore. On inspire. Pointe des doigts vers l'arrière. Shoot your arms back. 2 more. Last one. Hands come to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift as you open up your feet. Exhale, step back into plank with or without your knees. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog or baby cobra, beautiful ladies. Exhale, downward facing dog. Côté gauche, les deux pieds ensemble, on inspire. Left leg to rise, knee to nose, exhale. 2 more. One last one, remember, keep your knee to your nose. On reste ici, on pousse dans les mains. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left foot between the hands. High lunge, lift. Exhale and sink. Hold it here, we have 2 breaths. Send your right hip forward, left hip back. Beautiful. Now we're going to engage into that front leg. Remember, inhale, lift. Don't lock the front knee. Gorgeous. Exhale and drop the elbows. Squeeze to open up the heart. Beautiful. 3 more. Up. And exhale. Remember, length and depth. Inhale, we find that length. Exhale, we find that depth in the stretch. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're gonna drop the hands down, step back into plank. Option for 3-legged, chaturanga, let it go. Upward dog, breathe in. Down dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in and out. High to the toes, bend the knees, step, walk, or gently float to your hands, halfway lift. On plonge, expiration. On inspire, on cercle les bras, circle your arms up to rise, interlace your fingers, release your index and your thumbs. Cross your thumbs and dip over to the left side. Exhale. On pousse les deux pieds également dans le tapis. On utilise main gauche pour tirer le main droit. Really find that extension right behind the armpit. Breathe in to rise. L'autre côté, expiration. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. You're going to grab for opposite elbows. On prend les coudes dans les mains. Ragdoll pose. Très, très lourd avec la poitrine, avec la tête, les épaules. Bend into your knees as much as you'd like here. Take 3. Release your hands from your elbows, les bras très très lourds. On colle les 4 coins de nos pieds, excuse-moi, dans le tapis et on déroule. Slowly roll up to rise. Once you've come up, roll your shoulders back, drop them out of the ears. Maybe another one. Maybe you roll it forward now, countering the stretches that we've done so far. Preparing for our balancing pose, I'm going to face the camera, but you can stay exactly where it is that you are. Eagle pose. As we breathe in, circle the arms up to rise. Bras droit en dessous le bras gauche. Right arm underneath the left. We either grab for opposite shoulders. A little bit here. We either grab for opposite shoulders, or the tops of the hands can touch, or we weave around completely. Si on a les mains ensemble, s'il vous plaît, les coudes en ligne avec les épaules. Keep your elbows in line with your shoulders and drop your shoulders out of your ears. With this lift and drop, you're going to feel the most gorgeous extension right here behind the shoulder girdle. We're going to shift all the weight into our left foot. Inhale, lift up the right foot. Exhale, bend into the left knee and cross the leg over. Si ça fait partie de votre pratique, you can totally bind the foot all the way around. Just make sure that your hips are evenly forward and you're keeping your back aligned. On ne dépose pas le ventre. So take a moment to notice where it is that your belly is, and it's not just dumping out. On a beaucoup de fierté dans la poitrine, dans la colonne vertébrale, et on imagine qu'on a une pièce de monnaie entre nos cuisses. Imagine you have a penny or a quarter, and you're trying to make sure that that doesn't fall out. Squeeze and hold, keep sending the pelvis forward, last full cycle. Unravel everything, breathe in. Your knee comes up with you, toppling tree, les bras vers nos côtés, start to dip into the hips. Flexion dans le pied droit, puis on ferme le hanche. Beaucoup de longueur dans le corps, beaucoup de puissance dans les respirations. Next inhale, keep the leg long, sweep the foot across the floor, come up. Just one more time, exhale, toppling tree. Breathe in, come up to rise, keep the legs straight. Drop it down et on plonge, expiration. Je sais que ça brûle côté gauche, that's good. Breathe in, halfway lift. Find your plank to chaturanga, either step or hop back. Keep those elbows wrapped by the sides and just hover off the floor. Breathe in, upward dog. Hips up high, exhale, down dog. On inspire. On ouvre la bouche, expiration. High to the toes, bend the knees. Step, walk, or float very gently to your hands. Halfway lift. Plonge. We're gonna go right into that eagle. Inhale, arms up. Excuse me. Left arm is underneath your right. Excuse me, totally choked there for a moment. Good. Really start to send the weight over now to the right foot. Fait qu'on dépose le pied droit. Good. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Left leg. And exhale, left leg on top of the right. Yes. So, take this opportunity. If you notice that your body is seeming to look like this, drop the tail, lift the pelvis. So the belly forward, beautiful. Les coudes en ligne avec les épaules, elbows in line with your shoulders. Let's go here. So imagine your back is tracing a wall. We want to keep that back really nice and tall. Beaucoup de fierté. Last one. Unravel it all. Breathe in, come up. Exhale, send it back. Toppling tree. Shut the left hip. Hold it here for one. Keep the leg long. Sweep the foot across the floor. Biceps by the ears. Exhale, send it back. Good. Breathe in, rise. Exhale, drop and fold. On inspire, un demi-remontée, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, and hold your plank here. Get into the core a little bit. Big toes to touch, breathe in. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send the leg back. Don't touch the floor with the toes. Keep your body in plank. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. 3 more. Keep your plank extend. Connexion, expiration. Another 2. Last 1. Come back into your plank. Send your hips up high. Exhale, down dog. Take a full cycle in and out. Back into your plank. Big toes to touch. Breathe in. Côté gauche, 5 fois. Expiration. Last 1. Send it back, breathe in. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep inhale. Child's pose, exhale, come down to the knees, uncurl the toes. Send the hips back to the heels, drop the elbows. On inspire. Et on expire. Take 3 here, allow the heart rate to recover slightly. Here, we're going to slowly bring the hands to our face, les deux mains, chaque côté de nos visages, puis on déroule très lentement. Slowly roll up to rise. Good. We're going to keep the knees about hips width distance. Really take your time. Sit up onto your knees, curl the toes here for balance. If this hurts, if we have any knee sensitivities, you can use your mat, double, triple it up. For some extra padding, this feels super nice. We won't be moving from this space. We're gonna come into camel pose. So first, let's start with both hands right to the back. I'm actually gonna come a little bit closer for this because I can't see you guys and I don't know if you can see me and I like this better. Perfect. Fait que les deux mains juste sur le dos. Où est-ce que le dos puis les fessiers sont comme presque ensemble là? Really nice and close to that junction where the low back and the hips meet. So notice, first of all, the elbows tend to splay out, squeeze them together. As you start to do this, notice my belly starts to go, okay? What we want to do is avoid that by sending the back into the hands and isolating this so that we stay one nice long line. Hips are stacked above the knees. Squeeze the shoulders and the elbows, press into and down the back. As you start to slowly lift up the chin, maintain the squeeze in the center. On continue de respirer. Si on aimerait quelque chose un petit peu plus fort, something that's going to come into the body a little bit more densely, a little bit more deeply, one hand at a time, walk your hands towards your heels. This is a really, really deep back bend and heart opener, so it could trigger slight anxiety because the heart and the chest are very vulnerable here. Last one. If we have our heels in our hands, one hand at a time, come back to the low back, slowly neutralize the spine. Tout le monde, uncurl the toes, sit back onto your heels, place your hands on your thighs, take 2. Slowly open up the eyes, come back to your space. If you folded your mat, slowly unfold it. Just coax the sides a little bit into a stretch. Take your time. Just release that deep back bend. I like to do a good 2 windmills on each side. When you're ready, come back into your tabletop pose. Curl your toes. Exhale to send your hips up high. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Come high to the toes, bend the knees, step, walk, or gently float to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Take a deep breath in. Really let out a nice sigh. Drop your arms, shake out the limbs, arms and legs. Hands are going to come onto the hips. We're going to lift up the left knee and then take a really nice step back with the left foot. We're going to come into a runner's lunge. So first, reach your arms up for high lunge. Exhale, arms come back. Drop the chest and the belly to be parallel with the floor. On continue de pousser le hanche du côté gauche en avant, celui du côté droit vers l'arrière. Seulement les bras, on inspire, arms up. Keep your chest where it is, exhale, arms back. 2 more, up. Last one. Inhale, back to your high lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2. Turn 90 degrees with the back toes. Arms are parallel to the floor. Good. Flip the front palm. Dance out your warrior. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior 2. One more time. Dance out. On expire, guerrier 2. Les deux mains sur les hanches, hands onto your hips, straight front leg. Turn your right heel. Good. We're going to heel toe the feet together a little bit and then open up your feet outwards. So if my hands were my feet, your toes aren't pointing forward, your toes are kind of pointing outwards like a pigeon. So it's pigeon-toed a little bit. Good. Hands are on your hips. Deep breath in. Goddess pose. Exhale, bend into the knees. Now, here's the chance to widen your stance a little bit more. I'm a really big fan of doing a little bit of a rock side to side. You could bring your hands to your thighs, to your knees. Fingers are pointing down here. Take a deep breath in, lift. Exhale, push your right knee away from you as you drop your right shoulder down. So you're opening up and extending, yes, the inner thigh. Breathe in, come back to center. Other side, drop the left shoulder down, push the left knee open. One more time each side, a little bit quicker. Up and down, up and down. Come back to center, release the hands from the knees. Arms come out, palms are facing up, or goalpost arms, whatever feels good. Keep sending the pelvis forward, dropping the tailbone down. Breathe in, lift. So if your arms are like this, you can keep them here. Exhale and drop back down. Good, 2 more, up. Last one, keep pushing the pelvis forward, beautiful ladies. Exhale and come down. We're gonna hold here for 2. If you're feeling extra spicy, lift up your heels. If you're not, keep them on the floor. This is gonna feel extra lovely. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Turn your toes to face forward. Prayer fold, exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Drop the head, bring the weight into the toes. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to continue this beautiful trajectory and journey to the hips. As you take an inhale, lift up. Exhale, we're going to walk over to our right foot. So turn onto the right heel and the left toes. Les deux mains à l'intérieur de nos pieds droits. Low lunge with an active back leg. Fierté dans la poitrine. Lift up that back thigh and send the left hip forward. Correct your hips. Good. Exhale, drop down that back knee, uncurl the toes. On peut garder les deux mains sur le tapis, on peut descendre sur soit un ou les deux bras. But look here, on veut éviter ça. Beaucoup de rondeur dans le dos, puis les épaules vers les oreilles. Create a lot of length in the heart. Try to drop the shoulders away and avoid that rounding. Last one, deep breath in and out. If you've come down onto your arms, come back onto the hands. Curl the back toes, heel toe the right foot between. Oui, génial. Le pied droit entre les deux mains. Lift, send that right leg back. Option for a three-legged chaturanga. Exhale. Upward dog. Breathe in. Whew. Downward dog. Exhale. On inspire. Et on expire. Height of the toes. Bend the knees. Step, walk, or gently float to your hands. Halfway lift. Et on plonge. Inhale up. This is our last standing series, y'all. Hands to heart center, exhale. Hands to your hips. Let's take a moment, in and out, breathe. Send the weight into the left foot as we come nice and far back with the right foot. Breathe in, start in a high lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Seulement les bras, arms only. Breathe in, up. 2 more times. Let's see it. Up. Good. Sharpen that breath. Up, length. Exhale, depth. Good. Breathe in. Come all the way up. Guerrier 2, warrior 2. Exhale. 2, dancing warrior. Breathe in. Send it back. Keep the bend in the front knee. Expiration, guerrier 2. Beautiful. 1 more. Dance out your warrior. And then warrior 2. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Straight front leg. Turn onto the toes. We have goddess second cycle. So bend into the knees. Open up the stance. This should feel a lot of a happier place. Now we have 2 options. Goddess pose is the first. So remember, we can stay here. We can come here. Option number 2 is to deepen even more and come into a yogi squat. So you can really settle the hips down in between the feet. Les coudes à l'intérieur de nos genoux pour les garder ouverts. Aussi, on utilise les coudes à l'intérieur de nos genoux pour ouvrir la poitrine, excuse-moi. Yes, you're opening up your chest. Chin is level to the floor. Good. If you're staying in goddess, that's great. We're going to hold for 2 more soft facial features. If you are in goddess, inhale, lengthen the legs and rise up. And then point the toes forward, hinge forward into your forward fold. Yogi squat, start to send the weight forward, drop the hands onto the floor. And with a nice heavy exhale, send the hips up high. And now we're all in a lovely forward fold. La tête est lourde, les épaules, les bras. Try to send your weight into your toes a little bit more. Côté gauche, left side. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. And then walk over to the left foot as you turn onto the left heel, the right toes. Both hands are on the inside of your left leg. Je sais que tu peux pas voir là, mais le genou gauche est exactement par-dessus la cheville. So right on top of your ankle. Exhale, drop that back knee down, passif. Toujours beaucoup de fierté dans la poitrine. Send your right hip down and forward. Send your left hip back. Peut-être on descend sur les bras. On respire. If you've come down onto your hands, slowly come back. Sorry, if you were on your arms, come back onto your hands. Heel toe the left foot in between, curl the back toes, lift, and send that leg back. Plank, chaturanga, exhale. Up, dog or baby cobra, breathe in. On ouvre la bouche, soupirez, sigh it out. Deep breath in and out. Last flow, come high to the toes, bend the knees, step, walk, or float to your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. On pousse les 2 pieds également. On inspire, root to rise, come up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Stay here for a moment, breath in and out. Notre dernière flow, last flow, inhale, arms up. Swan dive or prayer fold, your choice, exhale. Peel the belly away from your thighs, flat back, halfway lift. Expiration, position de planche, les coudes collent sur les côtés, puis on descend. Heart opener, either baby cobra or up dog. Hips high to the sky, exhale, downward dog. On inspire, et on expire. Drop down onto your knees, sit back onto your heels. We're gonna swing the legs around the body, but keep the right foot into the thigh, so left side, so right foot connects to left thigh. Jambe gauche est longue, extension et flexion. So imagine you're pushing your heel away from you, your toes are reaching up towards your face. Main gauche à l'intérieur de nos jambes gauche, left hand on the inside. You can let your elbow rest on your leg or on the floor, but make sure that you're opening up your chest always. Breathe in, right arm up to the sky, and then turn your palm to face your flexed foot. Exhale and reach. Fait qu'imagine que ma main est autour de vos poignets droits, puis je vous tire lentement. Mais en même temps, vous collez vos hanches droits sur le tapis. Your right hip is glued onto the floor as you're reaching. Pressing the elbow into the thigh, opening up the heart, and finding that length in the side body. From here, joyful pose, breathe in to rise, right hand to your right hip, roll forward onto your right knee as you extend the left toes to the floor, main gauche vers le ciel, expiration, longueur, côté gauche maintenant. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, exhale, slowly guide yourself back down. You can take a moment if you'd like. You can extend the right leg, both legs long here. Take a moment. You have 2 to 3 breaths before we transition to the other side. I like to make a super passive forward fold here in between. Length and depth. Slowly roll yourself up to rise. Switching sides, so it would be right leg extended, left knee bent, left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Main droite à l'intérieur du jambe droit. On inspire, lift up the left fingers to the sky. Expiration, on descend, mais toujours on ouvre la poitrine. On garde la longueur et la puissance de nos respirations. So make sure that you're not sinking so deeply that you can't breathe. If you're here and you're holding onto your toe, but you sound like this, you're not really allowing your body to absorb the depth of this stretch while honoring and respecting the limits and the boundaries of your body. Last one. Slowly rise up, take your time. Left hand beside your left hip, main gauche, hanche gauche. Puis on pousse, on roule sur le genou gauche, puis on dépose les orteils droits. Don't sink into your neck, keep your neck nice and proud. Open up the chest and feel that length all the way from your right toes to your right fingertips. Breathe in. Exhale, come down. Take your time. Extend your legs out. Slowly roll yourself back. Bring your knees into your chest. If you'd like to rock and roll a few times to give your back a massage, and then kind of allow yourself to slow down. Give yourself a hug as you rest your head, neck, and shoulders onto the earth. On dépose les deux pieds sur le tapis, drop both feet down onto the mat. Les talons très proches de nos fessiers, so make sure that you can graze your heels with your fingertips. Arms rest by your sides, breathe in, lift. You have the option to shimmy your shoulders so that you can clasp your hands below you. On va être sûr qu'on ne colle pas le menton sur la poitrine. On garde beaucoup de longueur en arrière de nos coups. We want our neck to be parallel with the floor. Try to use the abdominals rather than the clenching of the bum to keep the hips up. So try to relax the bum. And when the hips drop, allow the abdominal muscles to lift the hips up and keep that space in the throat. We have 2 more. Last one. Lift up the heels, resting on the balls of the feet. Breathe in. Release the clasp of your hands. Les bras sur nos côtés. Expiration. Avec les talons dans l'air, on déroule très lentement sur le tapis. Only once the last vertebra has hit the mat. Release your toes. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Drop both feet down onto the mat, allowing it to touch the edges of the mat. So your feet are about as wide as your mat, and then allow your knees to drop down. So your legs are making a triangle right now. Feet are on the mat, just on the outskirts of it, and the knees drop down to center. And then from here, a wide windshield wiper. Come back to center. On marche les deux pieds ensemble. Extension in the left leg, right knee into the chest, supine twist. Main gauche à l'extérieur de nos genoux droits, puis on roule complètement sur le côté. Drop onto your left hip as you tuck it underneath your right. Open up your right arm. On peut garder la main gauche sur le genou droit. Et on respire ici. Good. Last one. Slowly make your way back to center. Take your time. Once we've flattened out the spine, extend the right leg. Left knee comes into the chest. Other side, exhale and roll. Don't forget to pick up the hips, tuck them underneath you. And we can either extend the arm, bend at the elbow, so it looks like a goalpost or a cactus, or just let your arms simply rest by the side of your body. Allow the palm to face the sky on the left side. And enjoy the twist. Deep breath in. And out. Three more on this side, or nos 3 respirations complètes. Et encore très lentement, on revient sur le dos. On égale les hanches, la colonne. Bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs. Again, rock side to side. Je vous invite de prendre à peu près 6 à 8 respirations pour toi. Fait que si ça veut dire de rester ici, un petit câlin, si tu veux déposer les deux pieds sur le tapis, beaucoup de distance entre les deux pieds, puis on dépose les genoux ensemble. This is a really nice way to relax the low back. If you'd like to find something more challenging, a shoulder stand is a great choice here without having to move the body too much. Make sure to find length in the back of the neck if this is where you are. If we're playing with the legs, dropping one or both for plow. Again, find space for the neck and for the breath. This is where we really curate our practice to feel special for our body. Happy Baby is also a really delicious option here. But if you're over the amount of work we did on the hips, this doesn't have to be where you land. Et je vous invite de prendre un autre 3 ici, 3 more. Last one. Wherever it is that you are, I encourage you to take your time to meet us in one final hug, arms around the legs. Absolutely no rush to get there. Et on va prendre 2 inspirations et 1 expiration pour nous rendre dans le Shavasana, dernièrement. Fait qu'ici, on inspire la première fois, le front vers les genoux. Inhale for the first inhale through the nose. Bring your forehead up to your knees and hold the breath. Cette fois-ci, le deuxième inspiration par la bouche. Inhale through the lips, like you're sipping in the air. And as you exhale, exhale out the mouth, release the arms and legs, final Shavasana. On dépose le corps, les pieds lourds. Allow your fingertips to gently curl in towards your palms. Begin to find your natural state of breath. Our connection and our intention for practice today was length and depth of the body, of the postures, of the breath. The energy, how long we're willing to stretch our energy and how deep, enriching, and quality-filled. On nous demande ici, pendant les derniers moments de notre pratique, comment est-ce qu'on peut choisir à qui et à quoi on peut déposer notre énergie? Where and with who can you enrich and have quality energy? And where is it that you create these limits and these boundaries for only a small amount of your energy to be accessed? Where can you put more length and more depth in your life? What can you allow to take up more space and more energy? And what can you allow to be honest with yourself to release some of the energy that you're putting out so that you can save it for yourself? Our time, our breath, our energy, our vitality is precious. C'est très, très important qu'on prenne des moments le plus possible pour nous demander qu'est-ce qu'on a besoin. Si on a bien dormi, si on a bien mangé, if we're drinking enough fluids, if we're taking care of our bodies, our mind, our heart. C'est ici qu'on trouve la profondeur et la qualité dans nos vies. On prend nos 2 inspirations, 2 more breaths here. On commence de bouger les orteils, les doigts, on garde les yeux fermés, keep your eyes closed. Slowly in your own time, find a full body stretch, étirement du corps complet, reach your arms back, point your toes forward. Et on roule sur nos côtés, expiration. On utilise un main devant la poitrine pour décoller la torse. Slowly peel. Unstick the torso from the floor. Come up to rise. Welcome back. Crossing the legs, nice tall spine. Roll your shoulders back and down. Humble chin. Take a deep breath in. On inspire par le nez. Par la bouche, expiration. Last one. Keeping our eyes closed for this moment of gratitude as we give thanks to our breath, to our body, to our mobility, to our energy, and to this beautiful practice. I give thanks to each and every one of you for forging forward, being present each and every week, stepping onto your mat and allowing for your practice to speak through your body and for your emotions to speak through your practice. J'aimerais vous remercier comme toujours pour me laisser l'honneur de vous guider ce soir. As always, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I remind you all to choose courage over comfort. Have a wonderful evening. Namaste. Thank you so much, y'all. I love how I always see Veronique's arms like, bye.